Good morning everyone. So we'll be dealing with question number 3 today. Yesterday the question that I have given, I not given you a explanation video. I hope you'll understand. I have highlighted the important points that you have to see in that question number 2. So we'll be dealing with a new question number 3, which I have already given you in your WhatsApp. Okay. So here the same, but there are two unique things about the sum. The first sum that we have done was very straight. The second sum that I have given you was where the additional expenses had to be determined, the list of the two or list of the three. And today we will do a third type of sum where you have to apply the concept of average clause. Okay. Now, as I've already given you, the informations in this sum are given very clearly. So we'll go step by step with the solution. That is solution number 3. For question number 3. Yeah, the first we always require is the period of claim. Here the date of fire was on 1st of April, that is 1/4/2006. This is very important. This is the date around which the entire rotation of the sum will take place. The date of fire is 1st of April. Okay. Now we require the period of claim. The dislocation period was up till 1/8, that is August. So there is so the period of claim is 4 months. So period of claim is 4 months. The date of fire was on 1st of April and dislocation period was up till 1st of August. So there is a period of 4 months. Yes. Next, number 2, we will have to calculate what is the standard sales. Now here again we have to refer this to the same period of the previous year. So your date of fire was 1/4/2016. So we'll refer to 1/4/2015. The dislocation period was up till 1st of August. Okay. So your previous period will be 1/8/2015. So what was the period of sales during this same period of 4 months in the previous year? As per the question given to you, the last information, it is 1 lakh. Okay. The period, the amount of sales in the same period from April to August last year, that is 2015, was 1 lakh. But one additional information, what is unique about this sum is the last paragraph given in the question. It is said that there has been an increase in the policy. There is a special circumstances or special clause where the standard sales and the annual sales, the standard and the annual sales have to be increased by 10%. Okay, there's a special clause in the policy. Yes, that the standard sales, whatever is the standard sales, actual standard sales, that had to be increased by 10%. So we found that the standard sales in that particular period was 1 lakh. We have to increase that by 10%. So increase at the rate of 10%. Okay, so 1 lakh into 10%, yes, it comes to 10,000. So how much is the standard sales will consider now? 1,10,000. Okay, the standard sales that we'll consider is 1,10,000. Okay, now let's see. So what we have found, that the standard sales is 1,10,000. Yes. Next we have to find number 3. What is the actual sales? Actual sales during the dislocation period, that is 1st of April 2016 to 1st of August 2016. What is the actual sales that has taken place? And that is sales for the dislocation period is 20,000. What is the actual sales? Rupees 20,000. So generally the sales would have been in normal circumstances 1,10,000, but due to there was a fire, there was a dislocation. Now actual sales during this 4 months could take place only at the rate of 20,000. So there is a short sales. What is the short sales? How do we find out? It is standard sales minus actual sales. Yes. So it is 1,10,000 minus 20,000. Yes, your amount comes to 90,000. Clear? It should have been 1,10,000. Actual sales that took place was 20,000. So there is a difference of 90,000. The sale was short by 90,000. Okay, short sales is 90,000. So now next what we'll find out. Next is number 5. What we are going to find out is the GP rate. Gross profit rate of last year. Gross profit rate of last year. Okay, how do we find out? It is net profit, NP, denoted by NP, plus insured standing charges divided by turnover into 100. Okay, all these informations are given to you clearly in the sum. It is given that your net profit for the accounting year is 30,000 plus your insured charges given to you directly in your question, that is standing charges for the last accounting year, all insured, is 40,000. Okay, your turnover is 2,80,000. Your turnover is 2,80,000 into 100. Okay, it comes to 25%. So the gross profit rate of your business, of the business that we are dealing is, it earns a gross profit at the rate of 25%. So we had a short sales of 90,000. Now we have to find out what is the amount of profit that we have lost. Okay, due to this fire. Next, number 6, we'll find out what has been the loss of profit, because the entire intention of this loss of profit policy is to cover the amount of loss the amount of profit that we lose due to a particular accident. So what do we find out? We find out short sales into gross profit rate or ratio. Here GP indicates the gross profit rate. What have we found out? We found that our short sales is 90,000. Our gross profit rate is 25%, 25 of 100, that is 1/4 of this. So we comes to 22,500. 22,500. Now again here you have to first, we cannot directly place the claim of 22,500 because we have already taken a policy of 60,000. It may seem that in 60,000 we have earned a loss of, no, we cannot do that. We have to again see whether the insurance coverage of 60,000 is enough. See, we don't see for the annual coverage. We don't see for a particular, we see the annual coverage. So it's 60,000. We have to see whether this 60,000 is enough. So we have to first again calculate next whether there is a applicability of average gross. Okay, we have to see 7 whether we have to applicability of average. We have to see the applicability of average gross. Okay, for this we have to first calculate the annual turnover immediately preceding the date of fire. Okay, we have to see date of fire was 1st of April, so immediate of March backwards, 12 months. Okay, we have to see what is the annual turnover. Here the annual turnover is given to us as 3,20,000. Annual immediately preceding the turn. So whichever is the date of fire, from that date backwards 12 months we have to calculate and see the sales during. So it's given here as 1,20,000. Now if you remember, the last paragraph of question is that if there is on annual sales and on standard sales, we have to increase it by 10%. There was a clause. So we will increase by 10%. By 10%. So 10% is 32,000. So it comes to 3,52,000. So sales will annual sales will consider as 3,52,000. So what is the amount of profit here? Okay. Okay. So the amount of profit is equals to 25% is the GP rate. So 25% into 3,52,000. What is the amount of profit? If the sales is 3,52,000, what is the amount of profit we earn? We earn at the rate of 25%. That we have already calculated gross profit rate. So 25% of this is 88,000 rupees. 88,000 rupees. Am I clear? So our value of the policy should have been 88,000. Okay, since our gross profit is 88,000, our policy should have been of the value of 88,000 rupees. But what has happened here is that the policy amount coverage is 60,000 rupees. Am I clear? So here, so what I want to again stress is, I'm repeating myself, when we calculate whether the policy is enough or not, we take the sales of the period of the 12 months immediately preceding the date of fire. That is the point number one. Second, on that particular period of sales, we calculate what is the amount of profit, that is GP rate into the amount of sales. Yes, so we get a particular figure, what is the amount of profit that we are supposed to earn, and that should be the value of the policy. What we have, when we calculated that, we found that the gross profit is 88,000, but the policy value of our policy is 60,000. So what had happened is, there is a case of under insurance. So even in any case of under insurance, we cannot claim. So here, since it's a case of under insurance, we cannot claim the entire amount of 22,500, which we had calculated as loss of profit. Now what we can claim is the proportionate amount. So since it is a case of under insurance, we have to apply average clause. Okay. So number 8, what will be our net claim? Our net claim is equal to amount of average clause. What do we have? How much can we claim? Our net claim will be equal to the amount of average clause when we calculate. So what is average clause? How do we calculate the average clause formula? It is loss suffered into sum insured divided by actual insurable value. I'm repeating, what is average clause? Average clause is equal to the loss suffered into sum insured into actual insurable. Okay, it's not very legible. This word is insurable value. Okay, what is the loss suffered by us? 22,500. What has been the sum insured? What is the amount of policy that we have taken? 60,000. What it should have been actually? It should have been 88,000. Okay, we had suffered a loss of 22,000. Our policy value is 60,000. It should actually have been 88,000. Okay, so what is the amount that we get? We get the amount of 15,341. Okay, 15,341. So we cannot claim 22,500, which we had calculated, since it's a case of under insurance. So we have to apply average clause, and as I've already written, what you amount of claim, that is the net claim of the company of the business, will be equal to the amount of average clause. So average clause is 15,341, that is the proportional amount. So the net claim of the business will be 15,341. Okay, so here we have found two unique features. Here one third thing that you have to remember here is that within the business didn't have any additional cost, okay, additional cost or increased cost of working. This sum is silent as regards the increased cost of working. Otherwise our claim would have been loss of profit plus increased cost of working, but this question doesn't have increased cost of working or no additional cost. So net your loss of profit, that is net gross claim, is equal to the loss of profit. Okay, that is another thing. Second thing, what is unique about this sum is that you had a separate clause in the policy where your standard sales and your annual sales had to be increased by an amount of 10%, which we have already done while calculating standard cost and while calculating the annual turnover. Okay, and the third thing that we have in this sum is that we have to apply the policy of average clause. Average clause is applied in the case when in cases of underinsurance, when the policy taken is not appropriate to what it should have been taken. So here we have found that a policy was taken for 60,000 when it should have been taken for 88,000 or above. Okay, so these are the three important distinctive features of this particular sum that we have done today. Thank you everyone.